What's up, guys? Greg Sewers, owner of Map Training and professional paintball player for Team Houston Heat, coming to you with the SummerJam breakdown for the 2016 season. So, I decided to do it a little bit differently this time, guys, so I could actually show you the field layout and how I think it should be broken down. So essentially, with the layout, it looks like a very heads-up field, and the reason I say that is these tall bunkers in the back don't give you a lot of options for cross shots. One, you're never going to want to get stuck in this pin. The back center lanes to the right side, to this Dorito side, are very blocked out by these tall towers and the tall can. And the only cross shots I really see are going to come from this tall Aztec on the Dorito side, just because these pins and small race bunkers are going to allow you to shoot over them. Other than that, the 50s on both sides are pushed out to the wire, which is going to allow you to be very aggressive once you get out there. But with those lanes being the way that they are, all of your bad guys that are going to be important to your moves are directly in front of you, not across the field. So, if you're a D-side team, I think you're going to be in luck just by looking at these lanes. So if you look at the back center, the lanes to the Dorito side are very limited from the back center. Essentially, like I said, that can, that tall tower are going to block out these inside shots, making these bunkers very viable and very safe to make off the break. Now, if you're a snake side team, it's going to be a little bit tougher to be aggressive off the break. Essentially, you look at the one cross shot that this field may have, and that's that tall tower on the Dorito side, shooting over these pins and over the small race bunkers, giving him a clear shot that's not very far off the box to shoot at this tall can, even this tall cake if he's quick, and that God bunker in the corner. So essentially, he's going to have a good lane and know exactly where he wants to shoot if he scouts your team. As well as the back center, right off the box, he's going to have a shot on that inside tall can, which doesn't make a lot of these options very viable. Essentially, being aggressive on the snake side is going to be a lot riskier than being aggressive on the Dorito side. So, if you are a Dorito side team, here's a viable breakout that I think is going to work great. So, you're going to use those same snake side shots for your back center and your tall tower guy. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you an opportunity to get a kill off the break and help this one lone soldier who will play the snake side. So, depending on as the field breaks down, I think this can would be a great option, and he's just going to hustle in there as fast and low as he can. Now, if you guys aren't making this can, this tall cake may be a great option too. He's just going to be more inset, which means one of this tall tower or the back center needs to be shooting the wide snake guy, because if they make it wide, it's going to be really tough to get wide. So, you have your two lanes from your main shooters on the snake side, one guy committed to running the snake side, and then you leave these two Dorito guys to go to work. So essentially, this guy's on man protect the entire time, protecting that Dorito side, protecting his front player, and this guy's made a safe bunker off the break, and he's going to be pushing through that big Dorito, trying to get into these 50s as fast as possible. Now, as this game plan were to break down, essentially this back center guy would become the supporting player for this snake player, and this is going to be your freelance player. He's going to decide which way he needs to go as the game breaks down. So, if you are not a Dorito side team, or you just need a couple more options in the book, here's what I would think would be a great snake side play. You are going to commit a guy wide. So these are different color because it's going to be one or the other. The best way to make sure that you make it more often is to mix it up between the two. So either go to this small God bunker or to the corner. And what I think you should do is, if you're going to the corner, I put this arrow inside to put into the back center so that your secondary snake player who might come into this pin, edging for these center players, can come underneath, and that's going to be your front player on the snake side. That's going to be a lot easier than this corner player trying to battle everyone in front of them and work on the center players to make the aggressive move. So, having someone come into this pin, edge on the back center in this pin, one, that's going to allow your wide guy to make it more easily. Two, it's going to allow him to make quick moves through here and make it into the snake. Now, you're going to commit your back center player to shoot the snake side also, because you want to give yourself that one body advantage. If he can shoot a guy off the break, now you can end up in a 3-on-2 or a 3-on-1 situation on this side, putting you in a pretty good shape to win that point. Now, for the Dorito guys, you want to stay safe. So what I wouldn't do is push into this tall tower or this tall can off the break. I'd keep it close to home and essentially go into this tall tower heads up and low and hard into this small race bunker heads up. So essentially, these guys are controlling the Dorito side, taking their time while these guys are going to work. So, if you're not a snake side team, you also have the center available. Like we said, the center is not always going to be the best option, only because there's not a whole lot of places to go once you're up there. Once you come into this tall can, you're pretty well committed, which means if you lose a side, this one body could have been back here to help fill it, and now he's committed up the center and he's stuck. So if you want to do it, it's a great play to throw into the mix. I just wouldn't make it an every play kind of move. So essentially, if you want to play a standard point up the center, I would stick to this tall can shooting heads up, only because this cross shot is going to be very small. The center 50 blocks out part of it, and you're not going to be able to see these players leave their bunker. You're going to be constantly shooting an open lane, which isn't going to be very easy to catch that guy. So playing heads up gives you a lot bigger moves to catch, so you'll be able to catch guys sleeping who don't check you off. Now, the QP, the quick point. Everyone needs it at least once a tournament. So essentially, this tall can is going to be easy to make. So if you just continue on the inside of it, through the center 50 and into the opponent's team's tall can, shooting this cross lane, there's no way that anyone can live in any of these small bunkers. So essentially, you're looking to commit a guy through, blow out the snake side, and leave this opportunity for the snake side 50 to really come in quick and win you that fast point. So in dire need, the center is there. Now, the most important part about this field is you don't want to commit a player to a position where they can't help. With heads-up fields like this, having that one-body advantage, either a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1 situation, is the best possible thing for you. So, bunkers you do not want to get stuck in. This snake side pin, you'll be able to get pinched out of here very easily. There's nothing tall in the center on the snake side to protect you from those inside shots, and all they have to do is make this small Dorito 2 or even wrap this Dorito corner and really start putting pressure on you. So if you come here to edge, you need to get out of there, even if that means retreating into the back center. Same with the small race bunker, like we said before. The small race bunker is just that. It's small, and being pushed up into the center of the field, it's not going to be a very good place to lock anything off. One, because of these center bunkers and the center cans. Two, because it is small and it's at a deep angle, so it's going to be very hard to play as guys start pushing up that field, shooting those inside shots. It's going to happen really quickly too. Next, the snake side 50, this pin, there is no reason to come away from the bar and commit to a pin when there's anyone on the inside or the Dorito side of the field, because they can very easily shoot over that bar and catch you when you're in the bunker, not even shooting at them. So stay out of this 50 pin, be the aggressor, and push onto their side of the snake. Once you're in here, there's no way that anyone's going to come get you with anyone behind you, because these are going to be long runs, and he's going to have to run around the tall cake or into a death zone in the center of the field to come get you. So go to their side, play smart. Now, you'll see these ones are different colors, this Dorito 3 and this Dorito corner, only because you do not want to end up in those two places at the same time if anyone's in front of you. So to explain that, if I'm in this Dorito and I have someone protecting me in this tall tower or this Dorito 1, now I can stop this inside move. So I can continuously cut off the Dorito 3 and the 50 Dorito. If I fill from the inside position to the corner, I've now left all of this completely exposed. So even if we had this side under control, that gives the opposing player on the inside an opportunity to get out to the wire, either to the corner or the Dorito 3, now kind of taking away that advantage. So do not end up here and here down the wire in a straight line unless you have a third body protecting that side. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. Now, that is my breakdown of the field. I hope you guys have a great time on it. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.